Hi, I'm Erin McGuire, owner of Pure Light Wellness, and today I wanted to give you guys a video on something I've been working on a lot lately, which is the item of resistance. And it's just noticing where resistance shows up in my body and when I work with clients, where it's showing up for them. And resistance can look at a lot of different ways, but I loved the definition that I read of resistance. It is the refusal to accept or comply with something. It's also the attempt to prevent something by action or argument. So the first one really relates to what I want to talk about, which is the refusal to accept or comply with something. And the thing that we're refusing to accept really is what's happening in the present moment. We want to fight against it. We want to, try to control what's going on around us because we don't like it or we're scared, usually is the biggest thing. And so resistance really shows itself as tension in our body a lot of times because the body is the negative feedback system of the mind. So anything that we're thinking, and a lot of this stuff is unconscious. We're not even aware that we're having these thoughts. Sometimes we are. And it's not like you just think a negative thought once and then you have a hurt shoulder. It's a repetitive thing, and a lot of times the repetitive stuff is what's unconscious. And a lot of it is based from fear. So we're afraid of something, we're afraid of moving forward in our life, we're afraid of expressing ourselves creatively or starting a new venture. We fight against that. So it's like going against your heart, going against what your heart's trying to tell you. And you're like, no, I have to do this, I'm too scared. And that just causes tension within the body, and it manifests itself. So I'll give you one example. The shoulder, for instance, I've had a lot of pain in my shoulders in the past and still struggle with it today. And the shoulder is all about burdens. It's about feeling like you're always being burdened by life and carrying the weight of life around. The neck, that's another area for me that I have to work through. That's all about expressing yourself creatively and feeling safe doing that. The back is support. So if you're feeling really unsupported in your life by friends, family, whatever, you could have a lot of back problems, especially low back. Low back is usually family oriented. The knees are all about moving forward. So if you have a fear of moving forward in life, you may have knee problems. And on and on and on. Every body part has an energetic meaning that goes along with it as to why, it's out of place or, what's hurting in it. And again, it all comes back to resistance. So when we're resisting the moment, when we're resisting our heart, when we're resisting our purpose or our ability to move forward, it's going to cause tension in our body. And it's just a resisting of what is. It's a resisting of the flow of life. It's saying, no, I want life to be this way, or no, I'm too scared. I'd like to do that, but I'm too scared, so I'm going to stay with things as they are. And I really want to welcome you on a little process that we're going to do here together of just going in and being with the feelings that are underneath the pain that's going on in your body. So I want you to just ask yourself, the first step in this little process is to just be aware of what's hurting in your body. So often we think, I hurt my knee playing tennis and that's why, it's still messed up today. Or my shoulder, I think that was probably from running track when I was in high school. We can make up a list of stories, or I fell. But the bottom line is that no, there's an energetic meaning behind that. Yes, you could have fallen, but your body, sometimes our bodies take us out a little bit so that we'll pay more attention, so that we'll be more in touch with our feelings and what's really going on inside of us, rather than just, moving on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And then, next thing 40 years later, you wake up and you're like, holy crap, where'd my life go? And I'm not even doing what I want to do and I'm miserable. And that's what so many people end up doing. And so we've got to start listening to our body and the feelings that are going on inside of us and get real with ourselves a little bit. It doesn't mean we have to go out and change our life tomorrow, but being open to being aware of what's going on and being able to sit with your feelings is a really powerful exercise. So I just want you to, the first step is to just be aware of the resistance. So feeling where you have tension in your body. So for me right now, a little bit in my left shoulder and my left side of my neck, sometimes the right side of my neck. So you just want to sit with that resistance, and you just want to ask it, what am I resisting here? And you can just close your eyes and just take a nice big inhale, and then just open your mouth, exhale, and then just go into that place, go into the shoulder or the knee or whatever, wherever you're feeling the tension. Just go in there for a moment, and let's just send it a few deep breaths. So imagine you could just send your breath as if it's energy or light right into the place you're feeling tension. And so just do that for a few moments. Sending that energy right into those spaces that feel tight. See with each inhale if you can breathe in, use a visualization. Inhale, breathing in some light, some golden light or some good energy. And on the exhale, imagine releasing the tension or the stress. You can see it as thick black clouds of smoke being released out of you down into the earth. So let's do that with that visualization. Inhale, breathing in some light. Exhale, releasing the stress, tension, or negativity that's being held there. And just feel with each exhale it slowly start to release. And so for a moment, I just want you to go into that feeling, into the feeling of resistance, into the feeling of the pain. And just ask yourself, what am I resisting? And see if anything comes to you. You might want to pause the video and just ask, because you might need some more time with this. The second step in this we're already starting to do, but we're going to ask the pain some questions. And you might see this come as a color. It might have a color to you. It might have a meaning. There might be a picture associated to it. You might hear a thought or think something like, oh, I'm resisting my creativity, or I'm resisting moving forward in my life. Some words might come to you, and just let that be what it is. Maybe jot it down. But what's the feeling that's there? So there might be a picture, there might be a thought, but is there a feeling associated in that space? Is there a fear that comes up? Are you afraid of something? Ask yourself, what am I scared of? Why am I so scared of moving forward? Why am I scared of stepping into my creativity? Why am I afraid to really listen to my truth or my heart? And then wait. Again, pause this video if you need to and really get into this. Maybe there's a fear of rejection under that, a fear of abandonment, a fear of being found out, a fear that you might not be good enough. These are part of the human condition. We all suffer from these feelings, but until we really tap into them and begin to understand ourselves and understand how we resist things and why, then we can't really understand who we are, right? We can't really understand how to work with what we're doing. And so that's the most important thing why we do this, is so that you can learn to work with why you're doing this and to just be with it. And so the third step of this is whatever that fear is that's underneath the feeling. You know, the feeling might be, I'm frustrated, or I'm angry, or I'm scared. You just need to be with that feeling for a moment. So just sit with it. Imagine it as like a little child. Even see yourself as a little kid, because it's the part of you, the kid part of you, that's scared. So just sit with that child, be with that child, and just say, no matter what, I'm here with you. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm not going to reject you. I'm not going to get angry at you. I love you. Sit with the little child, be with the feeling. A lot of times I like to just put my right hand over my heart and just say, I'm safe. Everything's okay. I'm safe. speaking to that little child within. And again, being with the feeling, saying to it, I'm here for you, I'm not going to go anywhere. And then the last step of this, so again, pause the tape as much as you want, and the last step is to choose a mantra that's going to work for you, and one that I really love, because resistance means I'm trying to fight what is. I'm trying to fight my internal feelings that are really there, that's really real for me. I'm trying to fight life as it's showing up for me, because I don't like a certain situation or a person, or I don't like my past, or whatever the case may be. So a mantra that really works is, I choose to allow all of my experiences to be joyful and loving. I choose to allow all of my experiences to be joyful and loving. And you want to repeat that a lot, okay? So it's not like you just say it once and you're good for the rest of your life. No. How many times did you have to think negatively to put the pain in your body, right? 1,000,000. You had to think about it a lot, okay? So you've got to repeat the mantra so many times that it just becomes a new program. I recommend writing things on little note cards, placing them around your desk, around your office, around your house. It may look a little crazy. Who cares? You're changing a program. If you're serious about this, if you're really serious about stopping some of these old programs that are keeping you stuck, then you've got to be willing to do things a little bit differently. That's really worked for me. So I hope this works for you. It's a little 4-step process. First step, be aware of the resistance. Second step, ask yourself questions. Go into it, breathe into it, and then ask some questions. What am I really feeling here? Why am I resisting? What am I resisting? The third step is to tell yourself that you're going to be there. You're going to sit with the feeling that you've got this. Hold yourself like you would a little child. Imagine it. Imagine holding yourself as a 3-year-old. And then 4 is to have the new mantra. I choose to allow all my experiences to be joyful and loving. I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out for me. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Did this exercise work for you? What came up? Did something surprising come up for you? I know it really did for me. There was a fear of rejection when I went into this, when I really went into the pain. I was having some scared feelings, like the neck is all about expressing yourself. So I was having some feelings of being afraid to express myself truly through the book that I'm writing, because I didn't want to hurt anybody. I wanted to do it right. And so underneath that, I felt a fear of rejection. Like, oh my gosh, what if I'm rejected for this book? And, we have all these silly, crazy stories that we tell ourselves. Again, half of them are unconscious. And so it's just really going in and figuring out why, so that you can work with yourself. So you can tell yourself, it's okay. We're going to get through this. Nobody's going to reject you. If they do, it's okay, So you got to be able to go through that process with yourself. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Did this work? What came up for you? What surprised you? And what are you working through right now? We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to support you on your journey. There's a lot more information underneath this video of how to get in contact with me. You can find me on any social media under Pure Light Wellness. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.